Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Final Show Films. Now you can hear me because OBS is less fucked. I am Sen, your executive producer. I want to thank you all for tuning in. I want to thank our $20 tier supporters over at our Patreon page at patreon.com/fsfilms. Those being Davina Alexander, Samantha Bates, Cat Waterflame, and the Shards System. Thank you all very much for your support over the years. And for those of you that are watching now, please sit back, relax, and enjoy. We're live. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Gran Terra Shadowfront. I am Sen, your game master for the evening, and person whom OBS hates. And joining me this week is Mara.
Hi, I'm Mara. I'm playing Titania Valkorian, a Ladrin Archdruid of the Grim Harvest.
And Shani.
Hello, I am Johnny, and I'm playing Valdez Stonebeard, the Dwarven Samurai and Reaper at this point.
And Ashlyn.
Hi, I'm Ashlyn. I'm playing Ithram Valar, Hobgoblin War Wizard.
And Jeremy.
Hi, I'm Jeremy. I'm playing Sin, Changeling Bloodhunter
And
/ Rogue.
Holly.
Hi, I'm Holly. I'm playing Vespria, Tiefling Changeling. Chandler.
Chiefly Changeling.
Tifley Changeling. Got it.
I'm not.
It's all right.
I'm just not.
Neither are we all. Those astute of you, viewers, might notice that we are no longer going to be joined by Nikki, at least for the interim. She is a very busy professional GM, and we wish her all the best. She will hopefully be back in future streams. And at the moment, we're missing Craig, who has just gone AWOL.
We'll see.
We will find out if Craig will join us later.
We'll see. Which is much more threatening.
I don't think we want to threaten.
As always, Black Lives Matter, trans rights are human rights, and this stream is powered by Sirenscape and, to some extent, Estradiol. Which half of that you'll hear momentarily.
I don't know if I want to hear your estradiol injection.
I don't inject. I have a tablet.
If it's making a noise, you're probably not doing it right.
Or you're doing it very right.
No, it's wrong. Should not make noise.
Your estrogen should not make noise.
My estrogen keeps saying "kill me." I don't know what that means. Anyways,
Wow.
when last we left off, the Steelhearts had made it through a veritable quagmire of oozes, and including one shark bowl ooze, which contained within it a live shark.
Oh, shark bolt ooze.
Sorry, what was that?
Just keep going.
I appreciated
I
it.
didn't catch it. Oh. Anyways, eventually made it to the remaining the sort of remnant underlabs of the Izzet College, which located on the 5th tier of the realm, where they found a handful of civilian survivors who, clearly traumatized by their attempts to survive in a demon-ridden city, are tentatively looking for a way for the Steelhearts to continue on. And it was at that point the Steelhearts had decided to take a bit of a breather. And that's where we pick up. So, you all decided you were going to take a short rest, I think? No one was taking a long rest at the moment?
We're going to try to get as long a rest as possible, I think.
Okay. So, a couple of
Yep.
hours. So, you get a couple of hours to sort of breathe. Did you all roll your hit points and everything? I think you did at the end of the
Yep.
last game, but I just want to make sure. Okay.
I used Arcane Recovery. I just forgot to give the spell slots back.
So while you're taking a breather and resting, is there anything that any of you are doing at the moment?
I think Ithram might look around. You said last time that nobody here seems combat capable or anything like that.
Right. They're
And
they're
the one person
definitively
that we've
civilians.
spoken to. Yeah. The one person that we've spoken to is kind of just leading by default because everybody keeps asking them.
Yeah, effectively.
Okay. Okay. I was just refreshing myself.
Yeah. The person that you spoke to, who you didn't get a name for, but who offered her name is Aurora. Basically is leading the survivors here by merit of having been the first one to be able to string sentences together. When they all got down here, so they're not in the best shape.
We're in built sewer tunnels right now, but have we passed or are we
No,
near?
right now,
Now
you're actually in a lab. You're in like an old lab building.
Yeah, but it's a built environment. Have we passed or been near any sort of like it doesn't have to be big, like any sort of cave or something.
No.
I want to try and use commune with nature, but I need to be in nature.
No, you had not passed.
Okay. All right. Never mind.
I mean, you could theoretically go looking for something if you wanted, but
I do. I want to go up and see what the above ground looks like, as like something small and unnoticeable.
Right now, the stairs up are sort of blocked off by rubble.
Yep.
It seems like the only way up into the Izzet College proper from here was collapsed behind the survivors as they came down, which is how they were able to stay safe. The only exit from this room goes back down to the sewers.
Yeah.
I mean, if you'd like to go detour through the sewers to get up, that you can do that.
Are we near? Because we had passed under like ladders up to like
like there are ways to get to the surface. Yeah, absolutely.
Are they close to us? I don't want to like go off.
Not extremely
into danger.
Most of the sewer entrances and exits were intentionally moved away from the Izzet College because
that's fair.
They didn't want anything from the labs escaping into the sewers and then up into the city.
Okay, fair.
Though with your ability to turn ethereal, you could theoretically potentially bypass the rubble.
I could. I want to go. I say this to the rest of the group as we're kind of sitting there resting. I want to go and see what we're going to be walking right into, potentially. I'll be quick and careful.
It might be worth, perhaps, rather than putting any of ourselves in the line of fire, some of us have access to magical agents, familiars, spectrals, things that aren't putting us directly in danger.
I could summon the familiar, but they would have to crawl through the sewers.
There is that. The thing I'm most concerned about. The thing I'm most concerned about is that for many demons that we've encountered, the ethereal barrier isn't one they can't cross either.
But it does mean I can go through solid rock.
Yeah, it does. But if one of them sees you and decides to follow you across, we can't follow you there.
Yes.
I'm not saying you can't, but I am saying it's more than likely that there's someone up there who could chase you down through the ethereal plane and we couldn't back you up.
Oh, man. Sorry, I was looking at Felix. Felix can cast magic missile at will.
So can Ithram.
Is magic missile one of your signature spells?
Yeah. He swapped it last time.
Nice. Obviously, it's at the lowest level, but still, that's still infinite instant damage.
Yeah.
Said
What do you think, Ithram?
I would like to have some form of scouting, but no matter what
I
we do, we're
don't
taking
know
risks
how
here.
I'd be able to get him on the surface, but Felix could take a peek up top and relay what he finds.
Make sure
Okay.
he wants to first. He doesn't do anything unless he wants to, it seems.
Yes, that is true.
Well, he's bound as a familiar now, so he will do what he's told.
He'll be happy about it.
Yeah, but I'm not
Just
one
some
of,
passive aggressive.
I'm not that kind of wizard.
I mean,
do what I say because we're bound together. So yeah, he'll summon Felix.
And honestly, the
Three-eyed,
kind of scouting that
three-tailed,
Felix could do is
flying purple
probably
rat eater.
more immediate. The kind of scouting that Felix can do is probably more immediately relevant, because what you see passing directly through the rock will be in a different place than what we're going to see when we take the physical entrance we have to leave out.
Mm-hmm.
So if Felix can find the nearest entrance and look out it, that'll tell us what we're going to see when we find that same entrance and walk out it ourselves.
True.
The three-eyed, three-tailed, flying purple rat eater has appeared. What would you have him do?
I'm gonna go up to. I'm gonna guess Flo is still around.
Yeah, Flo is currently Flo is currently trying on a variety of test tube beakers.
Okay.
By trying on, you mean fitting themselves inside?
Yes,
Like a hat.
like a hermit crab.
Like a hermit crab. Okay, cool.
Many things are like a hermit crab.
Pardon me, but
Yeah.
could I ask your expertise since you explored these sewers the most recently?
Yeah.
Where is the nearest entrance and or exit that a creature such as this, and he gestures towards Felix, would be able to pass through freely?
The head of the undefined head of the oozling turns to look at Felix, and there's a moment of pause, and you can't tell if it's in awe because of Felix being a very interesting and odd-looking cat, or if it's in terror because Felix is a very interesting and odd-looking cat. But the moment passes, and Felix and Flo turns their head back towards you. I think there's a. If you go back into the hallway area before the room where we met up last, after y'all went through the weird area, there's like a bridge. If you go down that bridge a bit, there's grating that I might be able to fit through.
All right. You can see the surface through it, though.
I don't have eyes, so
Does daylight make its way through?
I think so.
That is all I needed to know. So he'll go back and relay that to the group.
I could take Felix and summon them across the barrier. The Great is never tampered with. He can be invisible for a time. And relay what he finds back.
Okay. Sounds good to me.
I mean, also, as you're familiar, you can just literally watch through their perception as well.
Within range, yes. But he's very perceptive on his own, so I trust his discernment. Which is to say, his perception is higher than mine.
Not
There you
difficult.
go.
By a lot.
Wow.
Yes. So,
Uh,
yes, I just need to go back.
you can see through the familiar's eyes at any distance. It's just within 100 feet to communicate telepathically or cast touch spells through them.
Mm.
But yeah, so I just need to go back into the sewers for a bit, and should be back shortly.
Okay.
I'm going with you.
Okay. Yeah, and he'll head out to where he was directed.
Right.
And bamf Felix away, and then bamf him across the grate.
Yeah. So you go down into the sewer, following this sort of laid wooden raft-like track, until you find a visible grate above. And yeah, you bamf on the other side. I assume Felix casts invisibility on themselves,
Yes.
Yeah. so goes invisible. Go ahead and give me a stealth check with advantage for being invisible from Felix.
Advent doggy.
Felix, who is
Natural 20.
who is immune to being frightened, and so is very good at stealthing into areas where there are demons because Felix don't give a fuck. So yeah, the natural 20, the cat is a ghost. Go ahead
25.
and give me a perception check or investigation check for Felix.
If I use a perception, can I use Felix's perception since I'm using his eyes?
Yes. I mean,
Awesome.
so if you're looking through Felix's eyes, then you would use yours. But if you want Felix to make the roll, Felix would be looking, and then Felix can just tell you, "Hey, look through my eyes," because Felix is intelligent enough to know that you can do that.
All right. Yes.
So,
like, you need to see this shit.
Yeah. So mechanically, yes, you can use Felix's
right.
perception because Felix is intelligent enough to be able to look for you.
Oh, not advantage, but the first one was also a natural 20.
Natural 20. All right, so
Nice.
this is the game we're on right now. So
This is my new character. His name is Felix.
he is a small monstrosity, with a 60-foot hover speed. So yeah, he flies around.
I'll just have him get a general sense of what's going on the surface, what we can expect.
So
that type of stuff.
he relays back, and occasionally he'll ask you to like take a look at this, and you'll see through his eyes. He relays back that the city above you is an occupied city. Like there's lots of destruction. It's very difficult to navigate through on foot, or it would be obviously if Felix were navigating on foot. And there's not a lot. There's a lot less cover than you might have expected there to be. A lot of the buildings and city streets have been leveled to a certain degree. There are still some buildings standing, but they tend to be almost like cops, like groups of buildings, like you'd find clusters of trees, instead of the sprawling metropolis that it was previously. The population is largely, fiendish, but Felix does report there does seem to be some sort of hierarchy, and there do seem to be significant fiends that are in charge. For the natural 20, at one point, Felix says that you need to look through his eyes. And you look. Make an insight check with advantage. You specifically.
13.
That's enough. So it takes you a second before you recognize the figure that Felix is looking at. It takes you a second because all of the features are wrong. From the way that this person carries themselves, to the way that they are dressed, but you recognize Ariel.
Yeah.
But it is distinctly not Ariel. The outfit is not something that Ariel would wear. The bat wings are distinctly not Ariel. Neither is the tail. And this sort of unhinged, manic nature to the way this individual moves around and barks orders does not
Hasn't changed the day. I'm just kidding.
does not quite comport to your memory of the way Ariel moved.
Yeah.
But this is Ariel's body being inhabited by some form of fiend
Okay.
that seems to be acting as a general or a lieutenant of some kind.
All right. That's interesting.
Felix will report to you that from what he's been able to overhear, this is a fiend called Paimon.
Paimon?
Yes, Paimon.
Okay.
And they seem to be in charge of the day-to-day city operations. There's something of a lieutenant as far as the fiendish hierarchy is concerned. And they are active. Like you're getting a sense that they are moving around and flying around and shooting occasionally, all around the sort of the middle tiers of the city, just keeping an eye on things, keeping the forces in line, occasionally shooting what they perceive to be a living civilian, but not actually, either not actually or yes, actually somebody got caught out and killed.
Okay.
And then as Felix sort of gets a sense that their invisibility is about to fade, they begin to head back.
Yeah. As soon as he gets near the door or near the grate, Ithram will pop him back in. And then he'll be, if anybody came with him besides Vespia, I mean, he'll be relaying it as Felix is sharing. But yeah, he'll come back and he'll share that with the group. He'll look at Shani and Titania and Will. Bit of interesting news. Very populated up top, and there is a fiend nearby. It seems to be flitting between layers. That is wearing Ariel's face.
Shit.
Yes.
Of course there is.
And they seem to have some bit of skill with the same weapons that she used, so can attempt. Let's see, actually. Cannot. Um, So that is something we should be aware of moving forward.
Aye.
Because if they're half as perceptive as Ariel was, we will need to be very careful.
They recognize you, even though
No.
this isn't Aria.
They probably wouldn't recognize it. I have never had interactions with this demon that is
Well,
wearing her.
there's every chance that, as it seems to have picked up Ariel's weaponry, it may have the ability to look through Ariel's memories like a book. Same way that we can call upon the memories of the dead, even if we can't really bring them back with things like Speak with Dead. They might be able to read Ariel's memories and recognize us from them.
She never knew Felix, though.
Never knew Felix, yes.
Also, he was invisible.
No, never knew me.
She would not know you as well.
Hey, you don't know what research she did on everything before she hooked up with y'all. I'm just saying. Consulting with like
We're gonna find
diviners who can see the future and shit. Why am I not in these?
So
Don't worry, you'll find out.
tell me again, why do I not see myself in any of these past a certain point?
Don't worry about it.
And for the chat, or for you all in Critter Crew,
Yeah, we're just gonna find Ariel's old
have a
apartment or
picture
something
of
like that, and
Paimon.
just some weird circled like scrawled image, drawn image of Vespia. Like, who the fuck is this?
The good old bastardization of a very serious Ariel with completely unserious demon.
Yep. Great boots, though. Really great boots. Good job.
I am proud of myself.
Paimon, you're trying too hard. No.
As much as I would love to lay her body properly to rest, we do have a goal.
Yes.
I mean, we did that once before and they just dug her up, so...
Yes. That is a question, actually. How much things we kill here are just going to come straight back because the veil between things is weird? I don't know.
I mean, it'll take time regardless,
Yes.
is my understanding.
Believe that should any fiend or devil die here, they would still return to the hells or the abyss or wherever they may be, since they may not be tied to the material plane quite yet.
That's good.
But that is something to be aware of as well, is we don't know how quickly and how often they're able to cross the veil, or if he just has an open door somewhere.
And we're only kind of vague on the idea of how long it takes a demon to reform after being killed.
Yes, I'm not quite sure on the various stages of gestation for demons and fiends. Sin?
What, you mean the
question.
blood hunter who has advantage on
say,
intelligence?
yeah, I was gonna say,
we
you have-
know,
this
but
information?
we
You have the
know
Hunter's
this.
Bane,
How
yes.
would he know?
Yeah,
So yeah,
this is new knowledge. Please share.
I mean, I should point out that even with advantage,
Do not short sell yourself.
they're not. I am, because I know how I roll dice. Arcana, religion.
It'd be
You know what? How about we spitball
it'd be religion.
ideas?
Of course it would.
It'll be religion
With advantage.
with advantage.
Can anyone else make this check? Just in case.
Anyone that would like to can make a religion check just flat.
Sure, I'll try. Why not? I'm terrible at religion.
My
Let's
modifier
try this.
is the same as Sin's, and I am
mean,
not
yes.
trained at all. So
Yup, 4.
I
I know
have
nothing.
read insert religious text before. Not at
Of
advantage,
course.
but I still get the 25. But no, Sin.
So Sin's working information is also different than the rest of yours because Sin would have different knowledges.
Expertise.
Sin with a 14. Are fiends your like specialized hunting or what is there something
There
else
is no such thing as specialized hunting in blood hunters.
I know, but like you as a character, would fiends be the things that you specialize in, or would you specialize in something
I don't
else?
feel like there is such a thing
No?
for
Sin?
Sin.
Okay,
It's
just general.
maybe
all
kind of
purpose.
because they're more like they're more related to the divine than, for example, Fae.
Yeah.
But
So with a 14 and your relatively recently refreshed knowledge of hunting
Right.
all manner of things, you know that it takes that it does take time for a fiend to respawn on the other side of the divine veil. You know there are limitations, and those limitations are based on power. It's the more powerful a fiend is, the longer it takes for them to come back, basically. So like if you were to kill a what are they, the fuck lemur, the lemur. If you were to kill a monkey, I know a lemur, it would probably come back within a day. But killing like a pit fiend or a greater demon or a greater
Takes
devil
longer,
would
right.
take, a few days, a week, a month, depending on their power.
Here's a
That's
good.
question in relation to that.
Mm-hmm.
If you kill a demon in their home realm, they die,
Correct.
more or less.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Has the things that have been getting changed around here, would I know if that would have some influence on that? Would that make it harder? Because of things like you can't just teleport in. And basically turning this into hell.
Yes.
is it hell for the purpose of
Is it
demons will
close
die?
enough
Mm.
yet for
you get the
it
sense
to be at least more complex for demons?
you're not certain. You get the sense that might be the objective based on what's been going on, but you're not certain how far
Right.
along it is with the 16 or with the 14.
Okay.
With the
Fair
16 Vespia, and your knowledges, yeah, you do know that there's a variable amount of time. You're not certain what the trigger is, though. You just know that there is a variable amount of time. For how long it takes for a fiend to come back or not. With a 4, Titania, you've never thought about it before.
Yep.
You've
New
never
questions.
once thought about. You're learning so much on this adventure. Like liches can come back in a few days after you kill them. Fiends can come back after you kill them.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
many things.
What is death?
I've had many existential thoughts about
started
that
to
one.
question the purpose of your position as a Reaper. You'd like to hope that maybe your power of death could speed that process up and kill them directly, but you don't know.
Okay.
With a 25 Ithram.
Go off.
Yes.
Could not get there without your help, Sin.
The hierarchy.
I loosened the lid.
The hierarchy of fiend and devil power is the primary determinant of how long it takes them to reform. Because that's a lot of power that has to be gathered in one place, and it takes a while for that power to grow. And you know that for some of the more powerful, like art, but you do know that there comes to that sort of has a tipping point, where at a certain point, the most powerful demons and devils have no time at all to come back.
Don't like.
So like the amount of time it takes to restore their body takes longer and longer until you get to the level of like a ruler of a level of hell or something. Those don't have to wait. They just come right back unless they've been
They have
killed.
the fast pass.
Yeah, they've got that premium subscription. They just come right back.
VIP access.
They don't have to wait for their energy to recharge. They spend a
Yeah,
few.
why the fuck would I wait?
They
in a
just
line?
eat a bunch of lemurs.
Yeah.
And then
They pay they pay that premium currency to recharge their energy instantly. For anyone that's played mobile games. So you're not certain what level of like Fiend Paimon would be on. You don't think Paimon's like on the level of an Archdevil. But might be. Who knows?
Might be. Okay.
You suspect that the tools of death that you have all gathered might hamper that to some degree, because Archdevils are functionally immortal, and so bringing
And we have gathered
mortality to
things
them
specifically to kill the immortals. Yeah.
might.
but then that's one less we
Yeah.
have for Ternalian.
Mhm.
Well, depending on what it is. Like some of our weapons
Yeah.
don't get expended.
Yeah, that's fair.
So that's what you all know regarding fiends and their recovery.
I don't know. I've never thought about it.
I had an idea.
It'll be delayed. Is the short version. They will come back, but not necessarily quickly, depending on what variety of demon it is.
That's good.
We have many varieties and varietals of fiends.
What was?
Well, I'm
Else-
gonna try and keep resting.
It mostly depends on how closely Ternalian has made this to hell.
Question.
Yes.
Could Ithram make some kind of check to see if a demon can pull up memories, if a demon might be able to pull up memories from the host body that they're using, is there a chance that they might pick up some of their traits and or like character traits or not so much mannerisms, but like if something annoyed their host body and it never bugged them before, does it now annoy their host body?
Make me
Or
a
does it now annoy
religion
them?
check. Religion check.
Another religion check.
Yep. Knowledge of fiends, largely based in religion.
This one's a flat natural 20.
Look at all these natural 20s you're getting out of the way for me real
Wow.
early.
Yeah, I know, right?
Uh,
I'm hoping that this leads to something that, because I have an idea,
So
I just don't know how
with
to
a natural
explain
20,
it yet.
you know that yes, fiends do have the ability to, when they're possessing a body, to basically absorb everything about that person, everything that they were and everything that they knew and everyone that they loved and all that other good information. They just get it. They occupy that person's body and soul. Now, they can devour the soul of the host if the soul is still there and the host is alive. In this case, they're embodying an undead creature, they're embodying the corpse of Ariel. So you doubt they ate Ariel's soul, which means that they are unlikely to have inherited any of Ariel's personality traits or anything like that. They might know them and be able to mimic them, but they would not have it like as an intangible part of their being. When they devour souls, they do tend to gain a few odd quirks or traits, but those don't ever tend to be debilitating, really. They tend to just be like, I have a new favorite weapon kind of thing. You get the sense of this person based on the fact that they were wielding 2 pistols and Ariel previously only really wielded 1 at a time. you get the sense that they probably had an interest in marksmanship before they ate Ariel's body, which might be actually why they end up possessing Ariel's body as opposed to the other way around. Um, so you doubt they actually have, based on that information, you doubt they actually have any of Ariel's specific skills. They
I was
most likely
just-
have a different set of skills.
I was thinking one of the. I don't have my notebook in front of me, but something that is anathema to Ternalian would be getting a demon or a fiend to renounce him completely,
Yes.
like stop following his rule and everything.
Yeah, his you have the idea that part of his domain is dominion, and so
And having somebody reject that would be
yeah, having a formerly loyal creature turn against him would be anathema.
if we could get them alone and play off their knowledge of us, if we could goad them into deserting Ternalian and taking whatever forces they could, playing off the fact that they will always be a lieutenant, or they will always be an underling while they are while they follow him. Never anything higher. Never be a lord of hell. Something like that.
Are you talking about this one specifically, or one
This
in
one
general?
specifically, just because of their current rank. From what I saw, they had a fair amount of authority on the surface.
I have to be the asshole and ask, because of this one's current rank, or because of who this person currently in?
If we can find one that is higher ranked, then I would be open to the same plan. I was just hoping that if it perhaps picked up a bit of Ariel's pride, we could play off of that. She wasn't incredibly prideful, but she did have a measure of wanting to advance her own way.
I mean, it's a fiend high enough rank to be able to possess something. It doesn't need extra pride or ambition. If it was a limmer or a mains or something like that, that would be a different matter. An imp, a quasit, but
I was just hoping that, thinking that if something with sufficient rank was able to pull a section of forces out of the city, it wouldn't be just a boon to any attackers of the city. It would also weaken Ternalian on a
On a spiritual level.
word.
yes, absolutely.
His deific powers. It would reduce them to have somebody openly so soon defy his will.
It's risky, but it is a good idea.
It's an idea. Thank you for saying it's a good one, but
I would disagree on that point respectfully, but it is not worse than other plans we've had.
Well, to
Is
be
that
fair,
going-
that one's more of a possible secondary rather than a central core plan. It's just something that if we get the opportunity, we can try and do.
How would that be any better than what we're trying to do anyway?
That's what I mean. Like
would.
it's honestly just secondary to what we're already aiming for. But
Yeah.
if we get the opportunity, it'd be a way to strike a blow in the process.
we had gotten here a bit sooner and realized it may have been more feasible, but with time how it is now, what we're doing now takes priority.
Speaking of which, at this point, Aurora comes hurrying over to the group of you. Oh, so we managed to find a way up into the college directly, which I don't know if that's explicitly what it was that you were looking for, but it's a way that you could probably get closer to the surface without having to go straight up to the street, and maybe you might find something useful there.
That's certainly an option, yes.
From there, we can make a faster run out.
There was
At that point, the layers are getting narrower. Is it college? Is which one of these large
layer.
buildings around?
It is 1, 2, 3.
Is it this? Is it this big tower here?
No, that's the Weaveborn district.
5 out of 10, so we're halfway up.
It's not. It's not on the map. It's off. It's off screen. It's like over here, somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah. So she'll continue. One of the she gestures towards the remaining survivors. Was an assistant with one of the professors at the college, and apparently he had a secret lab in the sewers. It's nearby. I'm not sure. We're not sure exactly where. But there's an outflow pipe that doesn't have any sewage flowing from it nearby. If you just because it's fake, there should be a way to open it, and it will reveal a crawl space that will lead you through a section of sewer into their lab. From there should be a staircase that will lead you up. We don't know for certain if it's clear, but it's not as it can't be as bad. She says, gesturing to the staircase that's completely ruined, as it is here. At least I hope not.
All right. Well, that's a place to start.
Thank you. As payment for your help in our endeavors, he looks over and says, "Rek," and the construct will walk over, protect these people. Listen to any in this matter, but until you are released, you are under their direction. This should help you while we are gone.
She sort of looks up at it and audibly gulps.
It is not invulnerable, but it will suffice for a time.
What can I say but thank you? We'll hopefully we won't have to use it.
Hopefully.
All right. So, heading out. Or,
We finished the short rest.
yep, you finished a short rest. Is there anything else you want to do before you head out?
Nope.
All right. You duck back down to the sewers. Everyone, you can either give individual investigation checks or you can buddy up and give somebody else advantage. How do you want to do it?
I'll give someone advantage because I'm bad at those.
I'm half decent at investigation, so I'll take that advantage.
I'm not great, but
21.
we're in a demon infested area, so I may get advantage already.
Yeah, we'll say yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
21, 29, natural 20, and a 19. All these natural 20s on. I can't wait for y'all to get into a fight with Paimon and just start rolling ones. So you all you sort of take a look around, maneuver a bit down the sewers, and instantly Sin notices first, but the rest of you very quickly pick up on it as well. This one outflow pipe that has no sewage coming out of it. It's not particularly well hidden. You know what you're looking for. And you go over to it. Also, with that natural 20 Sin, you just sort of look at it, instantly recognize the kind of secret passage this is, and sort of reach in, reach in and just like push down on a stone inside the sewer grate. And as you do, the sort of the bars just sort of just fold up into the roof and bottom of the tunnel, revealing a pretty sizable crawl space. You can all fit through it pretty decently. Someone larger than you, probably getting to Rex size, would start having to squeeze. But for the most part,
So Ithram.
yeah. So Ithram, you're able to get through it, Ithram, but it's gonna be tight. But there it is. Who would like to crawl through first?
I will shrink down a little bit to a very a smaller, much thinner form. Still me, but still Kingwingson, but smaller and thinner.
Doing the Nezuko shrink.
Yep.
It's Sin,
And
but
we'll start off.
halfling sized.
Yeah. Halfling who's been on a very, very long fast.
Yeah. So you lead the way.
Yep.
Who's taking up behind? What's marching order through the tunnel, or through crawling order through the tunnel? So Sin going first.
Probably Valdeth immediately behind.
Not a thing behind. Third.
Sure.
All right. Fourth.
Yes, we all go.
With Ithram bringing up the rear.
I'm stuck. Just kidding.
With Grummond on Winnie the Pooh duty. So you crawl and crawl and crawl. It takes a little bit of time, but eventually, you do get to the other side, and you find yourselves emerging into a fairly well-apportioned study. There's some books, desk, writing chair, or writing desk, journaling, notes, paper, pen. Several large tanks that seem large enough to hold any one of you, filled with a sort of semi-blue, like a semi-glowing blue liquid. Nothing in them at the moment. Though they all do definitely contain like forward-opening hatches that would theoretically something could be put in through. Looking around, there's no identifying, like, other than the journaling, there's no identifying materials, no pictures, no paintings, nothing like that. And there is a door on the far wall.
Still gonna try to figure out what they were doing in here.
Sure, give me an investigation check.
I would like to listen at the door to see what might be out in the larger building.
Your perception check.
Up above.
23.
I will also check that.
Yeah, I would also like to listen.
There's three of you pile on the door. Go ahead and give me your perception checks.
25.
21.
13.
Sin, you're trying to listen at the door, but you can't hear anything over the sound of Vespia and Titania also crowding around the door trying to listen to it.
I can't hear anything, and then I realized that I forgot to give the current form ears.
That would be a -1. Or sorry, natural one. Like, I don't hear anything, guys. Wait, I don't hear myself. Vespia and Titania, you hear the sound of steady breathing from each other
Okay.
and nothing else.
Okay.
Ithram, with a 23 investigation. The notes are all encrypted in algorithm, in various different sort of linguistic ciphers. So it's hard to get a strict idea of what was happening, but it looks like they were working on some sort of ethereal concentration of some kind. The canisters are filled with, like, the liquid in the canisters are very, very heavily concentrated ether. AETHER, not the kind that knocks you out, but rather the kind that forms your magic.
What's this?
Very constant. Sniff, sniff, dead. But no,
Does it kill you immediately?
this quality of it, you drown. Yeah, you smell magic in the air. And it definitely some sort of, whatever it was, used a lot of ether concentrated into a liquid form.
Okay.
You'd have to spend some time here, sort of thoroughly investigating and decrypting some of the journal entries to really get an idea of what
notes
it was.
notes are going in the in his bag, so he's got time after this.
You also find a small brace of potions in one of the drawers.
Look through those.
You're not sure what all of them do. Oops, they do seem to be custom brews.
All right. Yeah. So, can he try to get a rough idea of what some of them do at least?
Give me an Arcana check.
I have a terrible idea.
25. We can't just drink them to test to see what they are.
Not that, but
We're not
the
doing
liquid,
against science.
but the liquid ether. If that's what powers magic.
Yes.
Could you drink that and just refill all of your spell slots?
GM? Is this mana concentrate potions?
I don't know. If you drown yourself in Gatorade, do you get stronger?
Yes.
That's what the Gatorade commercials have led me to believe.
Yeah. I mean, they do sweat Gatorade from the commercials, so I'm assuming it just replaces all of the bodily fluids.
Yeah.
With the 25, you're able to determine that one of these is a potion of dragon's breath.
Okay.
Drinking the potion as an action allows you to use an action on your subsequent turns to spew dragon-like projectiles. These projectiles are the same as the Dragonborn's breath weapon, whose element and area effect are determined by the dragon it was sourced from. In this case, though, the one seems to be from a gold dragon, so fire. The effect lasts for 1 minute, and the breath weapon does 5d6 fire damage with a DC 16 dexterity save for half.
Okay. Got a spicy drink.
Another one of them is sort of like a muddy, like brown texture. This is a potion of nature's growth. If you drink the potion as an action, you gain the benefits of the bark skin spell for 1 hour, no concentration required. In addition, you don't need to eat for the duration. In addition, sunlight gives you nutrients for the next 1d4 plus 3 days. So you won't need to. So, provided that you spend at least 1 hour in sunlight each day for the next 1d4 plus 3 days after drinking the potion, you get all the nutrients you need without needing to eat. if you pour the potion on the ground and plant the bottle there, all plants in a 300-foot radius centered around the potion become enriched for 30 days and yield twice the normal of food when harvested.
All right.
And the last one is a potion of spell recovery. When you drink this potion, you recover expended spell slots with a combined level equal or less than 1d3 plus 3.
Okay.
So if you rolled a 3, that'd be 6. You could get a 6th level spell slot back, or you could get 6 first level spell slot backs, etc., etc., etc. So there's 3 potions that you find in this study.
Ithrim will share what he's found. I don't know what this one specifically does. It is more akin to your magic, Titania. He hands over the muddy brown one.
Okay.
Make a perception check, by the way.
All of us, or
You specifically, because you were looking for potions.
I mean, I wasn't, but I found them.
I mean, when you were doing the investigation checks, give me a perception check.
There it
This
is.
Yep, you're fine. Nothing else.
6.
Nothing else. You see nothing.
Nothing gets past my keen wizard eyes.
Is the potion you handed me, is that the nature's growth one, or?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
This one has a bit of a kick. It will give you the breath of a dragon for the next minute, specifically that of a gold. From what I can discern. And this one would be useful for any of us that cast magic.
Mm.
And the potency depends, or it varies, but it could be useful in a pinch.
As Ithrim was handing out these potions, it does strike you all that you are passing through at the very moment the Izzet College. There might be interesting things to be found in here.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'll take a look around, see if there's anything useful.
Yeah, best we will too.
Anyone wants to give me other than Ithrim can give me a perception check.
Yeah.
29.
Somebody with
10.
actual proficiency, please.
23.
Not me.
15.
Passive
So-
perception of 11.
Sin, starting from Vesper, you look around, you don't see anything specific. Sin, you notice that there is a rack of there's like a vial rack off to one side that has one vial in it left. It's this thin vial of this black Icarus liquid. Seems interesting to you.
Ink.
Shawnee, you see Titania.
Player or the character?
Sorry. Titania first.
Yep.
You see the player sees a Crystal Skull vodka bottle that is filled with some red liquid.
Excellent.
Titania, you see an odd-looking vial that looks like a skull.
Fascinating. I
Um,
try to figure out what it is.
Valdeth, you see a chicken.
Is it a live chicken? Just any?
For a second, you think it's a live chicken, but it is a potion in the shape of a chicken. From what you can tell, the head twists off and reveals the bottle neck.
Okay,
This
the
is
fuck is
power
this
that will
thing?
kill Tonalian.
Valdeth hands the chicken potion to Ithrim. If you could tell me what the fuck this thing is, please.
Yeah, also this.
Sure. I'll give it my best. And he just looks like, why the fuck? Chicken?
Yeah, that's why Valdeth is handing it to you, because she doesn't know what the fuck this thing is.
Give me an
Arcana
Arcana check, or you can
investigation.
cast Identify.
He'll see if he can suss it out before.
Ooh, 14.
The 14, you can easily
I rolled
identify
a 2.
the chicken tonic. A willing creature that drinks this tonic is magically transformed into a ceramic chicken for up to 10 minutes, as if by the polymorph spell, or until it ends the effect of the bonus action.
Why?
The creature retains its intelligence, wisdom, and charisma scores, as well as its skill and saving throw proficiencies, including those of the chicken.
But
Use
you're
the,
made of ceramic. You can't move.
use the Raven statistics for the chicken. Use a Raven statistics for the chicken, with the exception of its flying speed is halved and it falls at the end of its turn if it's in the air and nothing else is holding it aloft.
Is it magic? The best.
The tonic's container is a porcelain chicken, and the potion itself is a seemingly wretched mixture of eggs and gravy. It has no effect on an unwilling creature.
Damn it.
Do you think he'd be stupid enough if we said drink this and have true power?
Yeah. It's a sort of a hangover cure sort of situation.
Yeah. Also, Velde, I think most of the things within the EZ college are not driven by the question of why, but why not?
That's a fair point.
Can you tell what
The
this
better
does?
question is, why was that the most well hidden potion?
Yeah, that's the legitimate question: is why was that the high rank?
Ithram isn't gonna make judgments. He has ideas, but he's not gonna vocalize those.
You're not with a 14. You're not able to identify the one that Titania has, and I don't know if Sin proffered the one that they found.
Yeah. They're a team player now.
I trying to determine what mine is then. If Ithram didn't know, I'm excited for a natural
Give me
one.
an Arcana check.
Okay.
Yeah, well, also Arcana just for fun.
It
Why
can-
not?
Can
12.
Vespia Arcana check that?
I mean,
Oh, well, fine.
Titania.
There you go.
look, I got beat out on all my other stuff I'm good at, so
Titania, you've got no idea what the crystal skull does. Sin, as you're walking over with this black vial, a memory clicks in your brain. You actually remember a vial that looks like this had there had been stories about it at some point before you joined up with the Steelhearts that you had heard about. This is called Bottled Abyss. It is a small vial. It has a single dose of fuming pitch black poison inside of it. When a creature eats, drinks, or is inflicted with this poison, it takes 4d6 psychic damage and must make a DC 18 Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, they become blind and unable to sleep. When an affected creature attempts to rest, their dreams are plagued by terrible nightmares, preventing them from benefiting from a long rest. The creature can reattempt a saving throw once every 24 hours. It lasts until the affected creature succeeds a saving throw or is cured by a greater restoration, heal, or wish spell. It should be noted that with the poison like this, if you fail to sleep enough, you'll just die because exhaustion.
fair. Can you put that somewhere so I can?
I like how that was the least hidden of these items.
Yeah, just on a thing. Yeah, hang on. I'll put a file and thing.
Meanwhile, where was the chicken hidden?
I had to guess under somebody's pillow.
it was in like a small, like tucked away crevasse of a desk. It seemed like it was like it was kept like amongst like a series of like private reserve alcohol.
Is it college is weird.
Indeed.
Though I guess it is a college. I suppose I shouldn't be surprised by this kind of thing.
Not all endeavors within arcane studies are as grand as learning how to teleport large things to different areas or creating other elemental things. Sometimes you get vials of gravy.
Bottled Abyss is now in your handouts.
I would have been more interested in paying attention in magic class if there were bottles of gravy.
It doesn't say that it can be just inflicted upon, but I'm ruling that if you coat a dagger in this and stab someone with it, it'll get introduced to their bloodstream.
Fair. Oh, that's delightful.
So you have not yet identified the crystal skull, though.
No, I can't tell what this is.
I mean, it's clearly a bad movie involving nuclear bombs and refrigerators.
No, this is the
But-
crystal skull vodka. It's a bad vodka involving refrigerators
and nuclear bombs.
Can you tell what this is, Vespia?
I can try.
Please do, or I'm gonna drink it at some inopportune
oh.
time.
I would not do that. Is that Arcana?
Yep.
Nope. No clue.
You'd probably drink it too just to find out.
That's me.
It's a cool bottle, right?
Ithram, I recommend identifying this potion before one of our wives does something stupid.
Not going to do something stupid right now.
As a Vespi is speaking in a lower voice to Titania, we could probably share this.
Oh yeah. True.
I support this. I just want to see what's going to happen.
Both of us can do something stupid.
Excellent. I'm here for it.
As
As
are
I
we
look
all.
at Ithram.
As he takes a minute to shift one of his first level spells into identify.
Well, identify as a
So that-
ritual. You can just spend 10 minutes to cast as a ritual.
You have to have it prepared, don't you?
No,
No, you don't have to.
No,
As a wizard, specifically,
artificers.
you don't.
Oh.
Artificers have to have rituals prepared.
Then yeah,
The-
no, he's gonna.
Wizards don't.
Yeah, I thought that was weird. Anyways,
Wizards
Yeah,
don't
he's
have to
gonna-
have rituals prepared. Everyone else does because they just have a list of spells they know
Yeah.
awesome.
Unless you are
or
a
can
ritual
pull from
caster.
all spells.
Unless you have like the ritual caster feat or the ritual book as a warlock.
All right, and yeah, Ithram will spend 10 minutes and identify it while people are doing their thing.
This potion is called the Essence of Rage. This bubbling red liquid is always warm and tastes of iron and bitter raisins. You can drink this potion as a bonus action. When you do, you enter a rage that lasts for 1 minute or until you're knocked unconscious. This rage grants you the same effects as a first-level barbarian's class feature with the following exceptions. If you end your turn, you haven't attacked a hostile creature since your last turn or taken damage since then, you take 1d4 psychic damage, and your rage does not end. You can enter this rage even if you're wearing heavy armor.
Okay. Yes, this is bottled rage. It would be good for a short time, but only by those who prefer to be up close. So
I think that's literally only useful for myself and Sin
Grumman.
because the rest of you use magic
or
and
Grumman.
thus can't cast spells while raging.
True. Hand it to Valda.
Probably could. We didn't drink it.
Would have been hilarious, though.
Yeah, you had a full minute of either fight something or take psychic damage while raging.
All right. Doesn't seem to be anything else in here. You've got a door, and you've got a tunnel. Which way you going?
Well, we already came out of the tunnel, so door.
Look, we all come out of
And
tunnels in our lives.
I think Ithram will start to take the front, just to help there.
Sure.
All right. Who's carrying the potion spell recovery, by the way? I assume it hasn't been used yet.
No.
No.
I feel like Aether's the most likely person to be expending a bunch of spells in utility purposes while we're wandering.
Yes. Take it, Ithram.
Right. Who wants the chicken potion?
If
feel
we're
like
trying to
Grumman
use
would.
for it, I'll be able to say you Grumman maybe.
Yeah, I'll give Grumman the chicken potion.
Drummond has somebody messaged Greg that he now has a chicken potion.
Keeps all of his monk abilities.
I was say it was a chicken monk, so it can fight unarmed with dangerous talents.
Excellent. I'm here for it.
Has any? It's very old, but the chicken attack song.
Mm-mm.
Yes, chicken attack.
Yeah, no, I'll show after session.
Yeah.
It's dumb, but funny.
All right. So, as you continue on into the Izzet College and prepare to exit into the city, that's where we're going to take our break. So, for those of you that are watching live, please stay tuned for these commercial messages. And remember, when we take our break, you take your break. So stand up, stretch your legs, move around, do what you need to do. We'll be back in just a few minutes. we're back. A dinosaur story
Nice for story.
where I'm actually was recently reminded and need to take my Adderall that I have for a disability that exists and is more severe than just being tired. So, when last we left off, when we left before the break, the party was going up through a lab, an alchemy lab, a secret lab in the sewers into the Izzet College. You're just lined up to go through a door. You're going through that door
Yes.
because
Yeah.
Ithram was in the lead, I believe.
Yes.
So yeah, you open the door, head through. Make a dexterity saving throw.
19.
All right. Who was immediately
Is this a
behind Ithram?
magical effect?
It is.
19. I get advantage because it's one of the Mage King
Yeah.
things.
Who was immediately behind Ithram?
I feel like no one.
I said I was.
Oh, okay.
Tanya, make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Is this a magical effect?
It is.
I think I get advantage from the Tyrian gauntlets. Yeah. Well, it's advantage on spell saves. Is this a spell?
Yes, it is a spell.
Okay.
Oh,
I'll
I'm
take
sorry.
it.
I'm sorry. Wrong one. Constitution saving throw. Pardon me.
Oh,
Oh.
well, shit.
I think that makes Ithram's better.
Ooh, 14.
31.
All right, Ithram. You take half of this. Tanya, you might. I forget if you'll take any of this, but we'll find out.
Okay.
As
hang
you
on.
step out, as the two of you step out through the door, the floor underneath you lights up. As Ithram, you take half of 50 necrotic damage. And Tanya, you would take the full, but I think you might be resistant to necrotic damage.
I am resistant, yes.
So you would also then take half of that. So 25 necrotic damage to both of you.
Okay.
As a symbol goes off.
So half, and then this is a trap, right?
It is a spell.
Yeah, but it's a trap.
I mean, technically, yes. It is the version of symbol that creates a trap.
Because I have resistance to damage dealt by traps.
I think resistance only applies. Yeah, you would have resistance. Yeah, resistance
Yeah.
only applies once.
From the Mark of War. So I take 12.
This is the only point that mark is going to come up.
Yes.
It is a trap. Yes, it is a trap. It's not. I did not say only constructed traps. So yes.
Yeah.
You would indeed
So 12,
Excellent.
have that
40,
again.
44.
So yes, the symbol, specifically the death symbol, lit up underneath your feet and exploded.
Ow.
Ow. You okay?
Yeah.
It dusts off your shoulder a little bit.
Thanks.
Everything okay back there?
Oh,
Yeah, traps.
Think we're good?
Is the symbol gone? Does it look like it's not gonna kind of do it again?
You make an investigation check.
Sure.
Oh wow, I rolled a natural.
There you
one.
go. Now
13.
now it's 12.
Yes,
Which
the
is
Slightly
symbol.
blurred. Yeah.
But as far as both of you are concerned, yes,
Ithram
the
on his
symbol.
worst day is better than me on an
The
average
symbol
day.
is gone, and there are no others.
Okay.
Well, this one's gone.
This will definitely not backlash against us in any way.
And so long as you don't go in front of us, yeah.
Can Valdeth like look for other traps in the room?
Give me an investigation check.
Or outside of it.
This is this is in the hallway
We've
outside the room.
left.
This
We're
isn't
in the
room.
hallway outside.
In any other traps in the hallway?
You make an investigation check, yeah.
17.
Not that you're able to see.
This is the Is It College. As I accidentally take on Ithram's accent. Right.
Fun. Yep,
This is the Is It
that
College.
tracks.
It probably means that everything's trapped, so just be cautious going forward.
I mean,
Yeah.
if they were going to those lengths to hide a chicken potion, then I'm sure they'd go to greater lengths to hide other things.
Sure, there's a reason they hit the chicken potion.
Hmm?
I said I'm sure there's a reason they hit the chicken potion.
It's
Yes.
cursed.
It turns you into fried chicken.
That's how they get
Or-
meals.
Yep. Let's carry on.
Look, if you polymorph someone and then eat them, it's still cannibalism.
I mean, considering the fact that it was placed among like vintage drinks, it could also be the equivalent of someone trapping their lunch. Because someone keeps sneaking into their drawer to take their drinks, and one of them just accidentally gets the chicken potion.
That would be great.
Wow.
Continuing on.
Continue.
Same marching order. So Ithram, Titania.
I mean, yeah, now we're gonna keep an eye out for more
I'll-
traps.
Okay.
I'll have Felix helping.
Where are you guys in the front?
I'll go further back.
I'm gonna say, why are you why like no shade. But why is our wizard and our healer in the front of the party?
Vespia will go behind it.
because
should
Ithram has the buff abs.
And can see magic things better. I don't know.
So having unless somebody else is going to take the lead, having resolutely made their statements, Ithram and Vespia march forward. I need both of you to make Constitution saving throws.
I mean, I still keeping an eye out for other traps, so I'm not just walking into stuff.
Absolutely.
Trying to kill us out, thinking it's 26.
There
I
you
rolled
go.
low, so 21.
Literally the next step off of this first symbol is a second symbol. You realize that they were probably meant to hit the in the reverse order. As it is a spell, so you do have advantage.
Okay. 28.
Both of you are racked with pain, but you successfully resist the pain symbol, which, if you had failed, would have made you incapacitated with excruciating pain for 1 minute. As Ithram, you suddenly get the idea, oh, incapacitated, fall on the death symbol. Is probably the original intention of this trap.
It's a good idea. Makes sense.
Where you trigger
Was that symbol when it lit up? Was it carved into the stone, or did it just sort of flash and then disappear?
It seems like it's coming from the stone, but you can't see it once it finishes activating. Like it seemed like you would swear it was carved into the stone, but when you look, there's no carving there.
Okay.
Okay. Then yeah, Ithram is going to he'll how many charges do I have in them? Those recover on a long rest.
Okay. Yeah, he's going to cast. Where is it? First level. Yeah. He's gonna mess around with his chronicle for a minute and change it from identify to detect magic.
Okay.
Wow.
And cast that. So for the next 10 minutes, if he sees another symbol or trap, he's going to dispel it.
All right. Your detect magic goes off. You see the lingering magical effects of those previous two symbols. It seems like they will reset at certain intervals, but they aren't going to they haven't reset yet. You do not see any other magical symbols in this corridor.
I'm going to dispel the two behind us.
All right, go ahead and cast spell magic. What level are you casting it at?
Just third.
Okay, so roll spellcasting check.
Second. 24.
The first one's dispelled.
23.
Second one's dispelled. So you get both of them. You watch the magic dissipates.
And I get 2 power surges.
Hitherto unknown mechanic.
It's
It's
the
a mechanic I've
magic.
had since fucking 3rd level.
I know.
Just never gotten the chance to use it. Sorry, 6th level. I just get to add damage.
Is it safe now, Ithra?
Yes, and don't see any ahead of us. For the next few minutes, I should be able to see any more presence left behind like that. Continue on our way.
All right, so you follow down the corridor. You're not seeing any additional magical traps. Seems like it does with the only two in the hallway. Eventually, this corridor dead ends at a wall with a lever up to one side because this is a secret corridor, obviously. Reaching out, pull the lever. The floor drops out from underneath you. No, I'm playing. The wall in front of you opens up. Opening into a much wider, but ruined at this point, sort of foyer. You find yourself in the middle of what seems to be the first floor of the Izzet College. Some of you have been here before. It's seen better days. There are lots of destroyed, wrecked machinery and magical experiment that was sort of just either utilized or destroyed in the combat. There are the skeletal remains of some bodies scattered about, burn marks all over the place, and the northern wall is just completely decimated, opening the room to the outside, where you get the first glimpses of above ground Taram that you've had, except for through the sewers and through the eyes of Felix since you've got back. It's bad. This is a city that has been completely and utterly devastated by the invading force. You hear the beating of wings as fiends fly about, the occasional scream of someone that was found when they desperately didn't want to be, and just an ever-present feeling of wrongness, and the sound of fire and whips and chains. Rising up above, because you're looking to the north, in the distance you can see the upper levels have been just as devastated. From here you can see a couple of the waterfall rises that have been completely blocked off from above. No water flows in the river. And above it all, the Imperial Palace, sitting regal and almost untouched. one of the very few buildings that has been left largely alone, at least on the exterior.
Well, shall we?
I haven't felt anything yet, as far as a signal.
How close are we to the Imperial Palace at this point?
You're on the 5th tier of Taram.
Out of 10.
Distance-wise. Because it's visible to us.
Yeah,
but-
True.
It's visible. The tiers get smaller as they go up, but you're still quite a ways. Like, depending on how you want to go up the walls, as a bird flies, if you were to fly, you could probably get there within 30 minutes if you were flying. Walking, you're gonna have to go all the way to the other side of the district to find the guard post that goes up a level, and then all the way back to the other side of that next district to find stairs that go up a level, and then all the way back. So still a few hours away.
In windwalk speeds, which is flying times 10.
And walk feeds, a few minutes.
There we go.
They would have to cast it again, I think, because how long does it last?
Yeah.
Let me double check on that real
I
quick.
think it was just about to run out when you guys stopped and found flow.
I believe it lasts 8 hours.
Yeah, and you
That
were like,
sounds right.
you were at the end of that when
Yeah,
you found.
we're
Yeah,
well
8.
past that.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
It would need to be cast again, but that would be the fastest way to get there.
And
Yes.
safest, probably.
Yeah.
it's at this point.
Do we see other birds flying around?
No. Tanya, you feel a coldness in your soul. And the rest of you hear a crack and peal of thunder as you watch the sky above the Imperial Palace rent asunder. This massive red gash that briefly shows the golden lattice of the Divine Veil shattering at the force of the blow. And a meteor, a shooting star, raining from it, striking the Imperial Palace before the seal seals back up.
Never
I'd
mind,
call-
that's it.
I'd call that a signal, eh?
Right, ready to run?
About time to.
I cast Windwalk at 7th level because I don't have any 6th level slots left.
How long does it take to cast it?
A minute.
Right.
And then it's another minute for us to
So,
well, actually the minute like includes us getting there, and then
right.
it's a minute to get us back. It's faster if I just take you all.
Whatever works.
As a
Take you all how?
as a like a dragon or something, can I, let's see, what's my size on that? I should have looked at this.
Okay,
I
but
can-
in fairness,
That's
if
your
you
9th
take
level
us
spell.
all well, more to the point, if you take us all there polymorphed as a big dragon, we will be a big target.
Yes. All right.
They will
Hang
not
on.
fail to notice this, and we might become a priority.
Fair. All right. Windwalk. Slowly,
Right,
agonizingly,
give me-
time consuming.
While you're spending a
I-
minute casting Windwalk, everyone give me a stealth check
Okay.
with Titania with disadvantage because you are trying to cast a spell that requires material components and
Damn.
somatic components.
Hang on, actually. I would like
Oh,
to
what?
use I have
Mhm.
I am fucking
Sorcery
spending an
points.
inspiration.
I
to
have
re-roll
subtle
that
spell.
shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that too.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah,
if
yeah.
you've got subtle spell, then you can cast
Yeah.
it with a flat stealth roll.
Okay, I'm gonna
I'll
do
also
that.
use inspiration because stealth is
Slightly better.
that's better.
I'll use up one of my meta magics here and stealth. Come on. It's a 15. I
think
don't
you-
have heavy armor.
Right.
Yeah, it should be a 15. Yeah.
It's yeah.
It's just the way it's marked in your thing.
Yep. Yeah.
All
I
right.
can't get it to turn off.
So what was everyone's end results going around one at a time?
23 for
23.
natural 20.
23 non-natural 20.
23. Not natural 20.
19.
15.
So 23, 23, 23, 19, 15. Titania,
Yep.
you're making, even though you're doing subtle spell, you're like standing ramrod straight and trying not to move and make noise, which is itself kind of very obvious, but the rest of the party is more than covering for you.
Oh, good.
You're just like standing there, not moving, being a monolith of subtle spell, and everyone's like,
Yeah.
you're being incredibly obvious.
Like the
Can
idea that you
we-
take a couple steps out into the open
Yeah.
before you
Yeah.
do it.
I need
Can-
space.
Can we listen to see if, since that was a fairly, most would interpret that as a signal, can we listen to see if the outside has begun their attack on the wall?
Hey, perception check.
Oh, you're too busy. I'm just sort of like silently sort of miming. It's very loud.
Oh my
Very
god.
loud silence.
Oh God.
It's fine. We got
Oh.
one. We
The
only
rolls have
needed
begun.
the one.
I'm like this, and
Joy.
Vespia is right next to my ear doing the same thing, and we'll just listen to each other's same thought.
And Sin is just, they're just looking between like Titania, who has stepped out into the open, and these two, and just goes, "Ah."
Once again, we're a well-oiled machine.
Meanwhile, Valdeth actually looks in the direction of the wall.
I like that. Vespia, you hear the sound of the ocean. And you turn and look, and it's Ithram's head.
I have some later questions. Okay.
Ithram,
I'm an ocean of knowledge.
Ithram,
Deep-
you hear the
deep
sound of
wells of-
Vespia being confused.
I didn't know that was audible.
That's how good your hearing is.
It is. Why do you think we keep failing stealth rolls?
Sin, you hear a voice from your scepter going, "Wow, they're dumb."
Oh, shut up. You're stuck in a scepter, so
That wasn't my choice.
no, you're dumb enough to get there.
I was
Get put there.
I was dead. They put me here.
That sounds like a you problem.
Kill issue, man.
It'll be a you problem soon.
Literally eat me.
That's the plan.
The scepter will.
Valdeth, being the only one to pay attention, you hear a rising chorus of screaming, yelling rage, beginning to fly towards the palace. There's this like undertone, like deep reverberating, resonant call echoing from the palace. It seems to be calling the fiends to it. This is then countermanded by the sounds of explosions towards the lower tiers, as it seems like an assault has begun. You see that there are a number of fiends that seem to be sort of teetering on the brink of what to do, before you sort of witness, both see and hear, when they've been identified as Paimon, rallying the fiends to the fight, and following after them. It seems like she's going to be occupied with the lower tiers, dealing with the oncoming fight.
Oh, I'd call that an insubordination. That can't help the god of dominion, considering he set the call out for everyone to retreat and they all went to the front.
You're not sure what that call was. You don't know what it means, so that might be.
I mean,
that's
it
certainly
seems
an
like
interpretation.
it's yeah. But time to go. The attack's beginning.
That minute passes.
Yep.
You all become mist.
Mist away.
Fart cloud your way up to the palace.
Yes.
Once you're clear of the Izzet college, you are able to see back over your shoulders that massive wave of fighting down the first and second tiers. You do get a glimpse of very clearly name escaping my brain. Gent's cousin,
Darren.
Darren. Yeah,
Steve.
you can very clearly see a Darren
Remember the name.
joining the fight with spectacular amount of explosions. Having seemingly survived her crash into the gates. And yeah, that fighting is all happening down there. You all head to the palace. Are you going straight in, or are you going to stop and turn back and walk in physically?
Probably a better idea to turn back and walk in physically.
Yes.
Yeah,
We don't know what's
rather
going to
than
be
the
right inside.
all right, we're here. Slow transition.
Well, they just like aim everything at us. Yeah. That's
You wait just 1 minute. I'm gonna give you such a talking to.
Oddly, the palace does not seem particularly populated. There's not a lot of sound coming out of it as you turn back.
Should we go in through like the side entrance or whatever that we were escorted through when we brought the stuff back and not kick down the front door?
yeah, we
Short
can.
conversation we had before we all turned to mist.
Yeah.
So you're on the side entrance rather than going through the front? The servants'
Yes.
quarters?
Yeah.
Or the royal guard
Yeah.
entrance, I should say.
Yeah.
Right. You head over to the royal guard entrance.
We kick the door down into the throne room because we have to have a dramatic entrance for this final.
Yes.
Yeah,
We just
yeah,
didn't want to
yeah.
kick down the big doors because that's what's expected.
So you go around to the royal guard entrance. And the doors are there.
Valdeth opens them.
Seems way too fucking easy.
I don't expect it'll be quite that easy, but take every opening we get.
I
I'm
mean,
gonna
it's
check the door
probably
for
a
any
trap,
magical traps.
Valdeth.
Oh, absolutely.
Ithram checks for magical traps.
Make an
'Cause he doesn't
investigation
know
check.
what other traps look like. Investigation?
Yeah.
17.
You see, so there's like a slight overhang, out above the door of the door that you're heading towards, and you didn't really pay much attention to it the last time you came around, but this time you see that there are what are conveniently called murder holes, above the door. You can't see anything that's in them, but they are there. As Valdeth begins to walk towards the door.
Ooh,
Oh, let's wait.
I'll walk up with her.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
sort of.
Saying it's a trap. I'm not saying that we shouldn't go.
Aether, are you pointing this out?
yeah.
So you're
Sees them pointed out. Valdeth will stop for a second and activate Tremor Sense. Or activate Stone Cunning and gain Tremor Sense.
okay.
Is there anything in those murder holes?
What's the range on your tremor sense?
60 feet.
Nothing moving. Make a perception check.
I can sense the vibrations. 30.
You're concentrating. It does feel like there is something there, not living, but there is something there. And it seems like there is something loose about the stones in front of the door.
Can I tell loose in what regard? Like the stones on the floor or the stones like above the
Like
door?
the stones on the floor.
Ah, okay. I see. Can I identify which stones are loose with that?
It seems like, as far as you can tell, all the ones in front of the door, like all the ones that you would, any that you would conceivably stand on to open the door.
Yeah. So is there like a heavy object nearby that she can pick up?
Ithram.
An object that is not a person.
It will
um,
not be objectified.
there's not a lot of.
I would say
Go ahead.
I would say also Sin, but I am going to use one of those abilities that I just realized that I had.
Yes.
And
Must
I am going to Ether Walk,
Which does
Hey.
what?
which allows me at the start of my turn, I can step between the planes as long as I'm not incapacitated, can move through creatures and objects, blah, 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 blah. It lasts for 4 rounds.
Okay. So you're just gonna walk through the front door, or walk through the door.
Yep.
All right. Make a Constitution saving throw.
All right. I'm not bad at these. I'm not great, but I'm
even
not
though,
bad.
Even though they're on a different plane of existence.
Because they're on a different plane of existence.
It could be, yeah, I was going to
Oh,
say
nice.
20.
20 is good. You take half damage.
Good.
$20 is very good. You very much want to take half damage. What's half of 75?
37.
Yeah.
So as you pass through the door, your entire essence lights on fire as there is a divine barrier here erected by Ternalian. You push
I
through
still
it.
got through the door.
You
though,
still
right?
get through it. You push through it.
Oh, okay, that's
but
all
you
that's important.
But you take half of 75 in radiant damage,
Uh-huh.
and your soul is on fire. And as you push through it, you come out on the other side, and you see a figure standing in the middle of the room on the other side of the door. You're in the ethereal plane for a couple of rounds, so they're a little bit misty and muggy.
Yep. The start of my turn, I can magically step through the veil between planes as though you aren't as long as you're in capacity, you move through other creatures, blah 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 blah. Last number of rounds equal to your wisdom modifier, minimum of 1, so 4 rounds. You're inside an object when basically I'm
So you see a figure.
Semi-corporeal.
I'm in the ethereal plane.
Yeah, you see a figure standing there waiting.
Okay.
They are
You know.
dressed in a warped version of the Tyrian Royal Guard armor.
Okay.
This dark blue, bluish black and gold, but warped in certain specific ways. Their limbs seem to be stretched in odd ways, much longer than they should be. 2 large obsidian horns poking out, seemingly bursting directly through the helmet, and these sort of glowing yellowish red eyes piercing from beneath the helmet with a sadistic grin as they are calmly eating a still beating heart like an apple. In one hand, and in the other hand, there's this long, wicked-looking glaive.
Well, you seem nice.
They seem to be looking straight at you.
Uh-huh. I assume they can see me.
Yeah.
You seem delightful.
Make a
Through the
make a history check.
actually, can the link pearl still communicate when it's through the ethereal plane?
Only if you use the sending feature.
Okay, fair enough. And make a what roll?
History.
History. Do I get advantage on this because Faye Fiend's undead?
No.
Okay. 7.
The body in front of this is definitively a fiend of some kind, but the body in
Uh-huh.
front of you seems familiar.
Okay.
Oh, it's wielding a glaive. I know who this is.
So I will send in feature. Don't walk through the door, just open it. Also, there's someone here who say hi.
Valdeth grabs like
Your
a
presence
nearby.
is requested.
Yeah, Valdeth grabs like a heavy stone from nearby and just drops it on one of those loose stones to weigh it down.
A
and then
torrent
trigger
of
whatever
a
trap
torrent
is
of
seen.
tar just drops from above out of the murder holes, splashing along the where you would be standing if you were to try to open the door, followed by a small match that just lights the entire bit of it on fire. There's now a line of fire between you and the door.
Those of you with I believe literally cantrips can snuff fires,
Yep.
natural fires. If
Druidcraft. Can that-
Can Druidcraft snuff fires?
Yeah, instantly light or snuff out a candle, torch, or a small campfire.
So this is a bit more than a small campfire.
Yeah, can I dampen it enough so that we can like step over it?
And I can use prestidigitation to do the same thing.
I'll say with the two of
Tag
you
team.
using your, it's the two of you doing your abilities together, you have enough to like you can sort of part the flames a little bit. You can't put it all the way out, but you can dampen
Yep.
it enough to get to the door.
Okay.
so, just like part the section literally in front of the door and the rest of it
Mhm.
whatever.
Would
And then
chill
Valda-
touch help it at all?
Chill Touch is necrotic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. The
Chill touch will
worst
do nothing.
name spell ever.
It's like
Uh,
sacred
can
flames,
Valdez-
not fire.
Can Valdeth get because this is sort of entering into a battle, can I charge a little bit of Sen before entering the fight?
Make a Constitution saving throw. See if you can maintain, because you're a little on edge by the flames and everything. So let's see if you can maintain a calm. I'll say with a 16, yeah, you can maintain a calm enough to get one charge of Sen through. As you push through the door, and on the other side, all of you except for Vespia instinctively recognize the possessed body of Deirdre Valkorian. Stretched beyond her normal proportions, taller than she had been in life, with wicked horns and an evil smile that never fit her fairly shy nature. Munching on a still beating heart.
Vala doesn't hesitate for it to start talking. She just steps in and starts murdering it.
Jeremy?
Oh, I'm scratching my
Oh,
cheek,
sorry.
but also no, I'm scratching my cheek. This is the side that has the head, the
Gotcha.
earpiece.
Gotcha.
That said, I am dropping out of etherealness and
All right.
also attacking because I don't give a fuck. I don't know this.
Let's roll some initiative.
Reaper spirit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me hang
You,
on.
you can you give us some tokens or
There will be a battlefield. I just haven't put it together yet because I was distracted. Characters. Hang on. Characters.
Wanted.
there will be a battlefield.
Ooh.
It is not yet a battlefield, but don't worry, it will be.
It is a blank space currently.
Working
Something Pat Benatar song.
You've done with the place. Nothing.
I've made everything better by eliminating all of reality.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
where are we? I don't see us. Oh, there we are.
You're in the middle of the
I got a
void.
natural one, so 2.
Where? Oh, found it. Okay.
Where? There. There is where.
Nope. Apparently, I didn't click it. Thought I did.
Oh hey, I actually got a half decent initiative for once.
Where the fuck
Congrats.
is my token page?
I can't answer that one
there
for
it
you.
is.
I
Found it.
did. I did click it. I don't know why that didn't go through.
Maybe it's something. Roll 20 in tokens. Sometimes they like disconnect. That shouldn't though. I don't know.
Yes, sometimes they are weird. While I get that stuff ready, I will send you all what Deirdre looks like now.
Probably not great, Bob.
Feels like a good guess. Mm,
I mean, that's not so bad.
Not great compared to what she used to look like, but yeah, not the worst, obviously.
It's fine. Look, everybody's got to eat.
That's true. Everybody does have to eat. Well, not everybody. Most people
I
have to
don't.
eat. Most people desire sustenance. Realizing now that I prepared an entire fight map for Paimon, but did not prepare anything for this one. It's like, huh, I thought I did that. Oh, no, I did one and then stopped.
Yeah, that happens.
Because I'm good at my job.
Find the hallway.
Hang on.
Or we're like in we're in a waiting room. Or something like that. Probably.
Quick, everybody think of the most advantageous battlefield for us.
Something
Yes,
with
do that so that you'll feel bad when you
high
thought that.
Ooh, it's thunder.
What about thunder?
Oh, there's thunder outside where I am. And I did not expect it. It was
No.
quite close.
Okay, I was gonna say you neglected
No.
to mention the size.
Bigger than normal is what I said.
Oh goodness. That's
Yes,
worse.
but there was bigger than normal in how she initially appeared on the map.
Look,
Yeah.
that's fair.
Well, it's true that technically a Tarrasque is bigger than normal. It's also widely inaccurate.
It's accurate, just not helpful. Okay, what's your initiative? Not great, honestly.
Good. We want it to not be great.
So they're going before Titania. Okay, let me get some music that's not going to stop in the middle of me doing things. Like all the other music has been. There we go. All right, Sin, you're up first
Alrighty.
as I work on constructing the map for the audience to enjoy in the last 30 minutes.
Let's go ahead and activate. I mean, it's a thing, so like obviously just go with radiant damage. So I will take 8 damage. Hold on, let me check something. 'Cause I think I can actually potentially minimize that. No, I don't think that counts. Shawnee, you'll know.
Mhm.
Does Sanguine Mastery, if you roll the damage you personally take, does that count as a Hemocraft die?
Yes, you do roll your Hemocraft die for Sanguine Mastery, which means you get to choose.
All right, I'm gonna take less than 8 points of damage then. I'm gonna take 6 points of damage. That's much better. And I'm going to attack twice. Is this an accurate representation of how far away we are?
Yeah, roughly.
Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20. Sure, 25, 30. And attack number 1 is a 23 to hit.
So yeah, you come in with a 23. That glaive reacts wickedly fast and comes up. You would have hit, but then you're going to use their reaction to parry with the glaive.
Okay.
Raising their AC to 24.
Just for that attack, though, right?
It's yeah, just against that attack. Yep.
Parry's just, yeah, okay.
Yeah, just that.
26.
So yeah, that glaive bounces off of your greatsword as they swing that two-handed weapon with one arm, and you sort of use that sort of bounce
Momentum
off
to swing it around.
swing it around the other side and hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Yep. So that is 16 slashing, 4 radiant, plus another 2 radiant. Bah. And I mean, hold on, let me look and see. Yeah, I'm gonna hold off on my on brand of castigation for later, because I feel like we're not going to get many short rests at this point until the end. So
so you get a sense
that's
as you strike with the greatsword, the armor does absorb a certain amount of the blow. You definitely, there wasn't a resistance here, but you're not dealing as much damage as you think you should be.
Right. Good old heavy armor mastery reduces it by like 3.
That is my turn. Make sure I don't have anything bonus action-y. Oh no, my bonus action was activated. Am I right? So yeah, that's my turn.
At the end of your turn, they're going to take a legendary action.
Of course they are.
And they sort of like grin down at you. As they are going to use their Giant's Might legendary action. You watch as those long, limber muscles bulge and swell, and you watch as those runic tattoos that you all knew Diedrich to have ignite and light up as the body swells to an even greater size, gaining musculature and length.
I don't talk with Thunderlings.
As they have gone up 2 size categories. That's their legendary action. Valdeth.
As it turns out, that actually just makes it easier to close and also flank. Because
is that going to be a flank?
I am now drawing a line through their token.
Yeah, fair enough.
As long as you can draw a line through the enemy token.
On flanks than me.
The definition is just drawing a line through the enemy token. So
the larger a creature is, the easier it is to flank it.
Yep.
As Valdeth moves up, bonus action gains more sen. We've got fewer and fewer words for cowards and thieves who can't even fight under their own power. And she will swing twice. 25 and 30.
Both hit.
That Blood Fury should not be on there. I accidentally put that. 19 damage on the first one, and 17 damage on the second. Pull the trigger for a reaction. 8 more slashing damage.
So as you're hitting, your 2 strikes are hitting and slamming in. It feels almost like you're hitting a wall. Like your blade is actually bouncing off and it's interrupting. You feel like you're doing even less damage than Sin was doing before they enlarged.
Even though her sword is marked with the mark.
Actually, yeah, my sword is marked by war. It literally ignores all damage, resistance, and immunities.
Yeah.
This isn't a resistance or immunity. She's not resistant to anything. She's not like having your damage.
It is. It's just the damage
It's
reduction.
a flat damage reduction, yeah.
Yeah.
Ithram.
My initiative didn't get put in
Oh.
there. I had 14.18.
14.18.
Okay.
Sorry.
No worries.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, no. You're absolutely correct. Any resistances that she might have had are not applying to Valdez damage. This is just flat damage reduction. My demon generals have gimmicks. Vespia.
Yes. Vespia is going to cast Ray of Warping at her.
Okay. What's the say as just an attack roll? Okay. What level spell is that?
Level 4.
Okay. Go ahead.
Does a 30 hit?
So that ray of warping lashes out at it, and you watch as it turns, and another giant rune on its forehead glows. Ithram, do you still have dispel, detect magic up or no?
It only lasts for 10 minutes, so.
So probably not. Okay.
I mean, we walked straight here from the.
Do any of
the
you
thing, so-
speak giant?
Grummond speaks all
Get was
languages.
the one who did.
Well, but sorry, Reed, I should say. Reed giant. Gent was the one that did? Okay, so, yeah. Anyone who wants to can make a nature or history check, then, to see if they recognize this rune. As the rune lights up on her forehead, and that spell redirects into the rune.
Not advantage, but 25.
25?
Or,
Also,
sorry.
don't giant runes typically use Dwarven alphabet?
Let me see. Does the giant rune use
I know there was a table at one point that showed
Yeah.
common languages and what alphabets they used.
I think it's in the player's handbook.
Yeah, players.
This might be relevant then. Hang on.
Yep, giant uses Dwarvish script.
All right, so actually, then if you read Dwarvish, then you recognize this. This is the. Hang on. This is the Pharaoh rune, which is a rune that indicates. It's not associated with any particular type of giant. It is instead it is a rune that indicates a journey. It's sort of a rune associated with traveling, with teleporting, with portals. So you don't think it absorbed that. You also don't think that spell's gonna stay gone, Valdeth.
Mm-hmm. Watch out, that might be redirecting it back at someone.
All right.
No.
Anything else in your turn, Vespia?
No, I'm not gonna move closer. Nope, I'm good. I'm
Alright.
good.
At the end of your turn, that rune glows again, and the head turns, and that same warping beam shoots down at Valdeth. Vestia, please make another spell
Doesn't
attack
need a
roll.
new attack. As I say, doesn't need a new attack roll.
So sorry. Oh, thank goodness.
Oh, good, a natural 1.
You saw it coming, and you managed to dodge out of the way as it hits the ground next to you. Ithram.
All right. Sorry. Look at that. A whole bunch of stuff to do. Let's see. Who is?
Let's roll Grummond in while we're here.
Okay.
Does anyone have Grummond's sheet on D&D Beyond?
We should, but it wouldn't be quite updated. Unless he...
I thought he kept up his character on D&D Beyond
Yeah,
specifically.
he rolls. He runs his character off D&D Beyond.
He does. You're right. I don't know if he was the level 21, whatever it is. What am I looking for?
Just looking for his initiative.
+6.
Let me see if his character in the game is different. It's lower in the game, so I'm going to assume that that's accurate then. So Grummond with a 17. His dexterity is 20, isn't it? All right,
Probably
so
22.
we'll have him go after. So Ithram, what are you doing?
Yeah. All right. Let's see.
This is good music for this fight.
Going. Let's see. Right here. So. Going to step up next to Valdeth. And as I pass by, I'm going to cast. Yeah, I'm gonna cast haste on Valdeth.
Excellent.
Because I can reach her. And then that was 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, I'll just go right here. And square up. Actually, no, I'm gonna. Actually, you know, I'll stay next to Valdeth. Yeah. And then I don't really have a bonus action that I can do, so yeah, that's it.
All right. Hey, we just got confirmation that Craig is alive. All right, here we go. That'll work. Let me do this. All right, the room's about to get bigger. Hang on. Very quickly, can somebody tell me what half of 9940 is?
9940, as in 9,940.
Yes.
That is going to
4970.
be-
Thank you. It's on the wrong layer, but I'll fix it in a second.
Hey.
That's really pretty.
Thank Thank God for right-click resize fit.
Right?
Ignore the fact that this seems to be some sort of train station.
The Unicorn Express. So I'm trying to read the shop names. Ekus Pastries, Chelling Bistro,
Okay. So,
Oak Bale.
sorry, what did you do, Ithram?
I cast haste on Valdeth.
Okay, and that was it.
Yeah, wizards don't get bonus actions.
All right, cool. Now it is the Demon Mania's turn. For a bonus action, you see the Storm rune on her chest activate as electricity begins to crackle all around her form, and that now massive glaive that she was wielding rears it back with one hand and does a massive swing. This is going to be an attack against all of you because you're all in her range. With the exception of Grumman, who I'm not strictly speaking attacking yet because he hasn't entered the initiative. And it wouldn't be fair. All right. So Sin, a 26 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
Vespia, 16 to hit.
Hit me?
Does a 16 hit you?
No.
Okay, good. Valdeth, a 26 to hit.
Hang on, I need to check my regular AC. It does barely hit. Yes.
All right. Ithram, a 19 to hit.
No. And I'll use my reaction for the pair of draconic wings fly out and also raise Valdeth's AC by 6.
Now that definitely misses.
All right.
It
Titania.
was 24 with the haste, and now it's 30 with the wings.
Mine is 29.
Titania. Crit.
Shit.
Natural 20. Makes 35. All right. And this is going to be 2d10 plus that much plus that much. All right. Sin.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm separating out the numbers. All right, Sin, you take 17 slashing damage and 5 fire damage.
Okay.
As this flaming glaive rips through your defenses. Vespia, Valdeth, and Ithram, you all manage to duck and or magically shield yourselves from the damage coming at you. And Tanya, you take 41 points of slashing damage and 16 points of fire damage. As that glaive...
Ouch.
And then she does her second attack. So second attack at Sin. 17 to hit.
That is a miss.
I'm rolling like shit in my attack rolls. 31 to hit Vespia.
Yes, that does hit.
18 misses Valdeth.
Oh yeah.
20 to hit Ithram, which I think misses.
Yeah, it misses.
18 to hit Titania.
Miss.
All right. Only hits Vespia this time.
I think Valdeth and Ithram have the highest AC right now. At 30 and 29.
Right. Vespia, you take 21 points of slashing damage and 7 points of fire damage as that glaive. Everyone else gets out of the way of the second swing, but the glaive hits you. And as that and you watch as her, those of you that are dodging, you can see that arm stretches preternaturally long as she swings, like even longer than it's already been stretched. Which 1, 2, and then just rests the glaive on her shoulder, holding it in the one hand, with just this most evil of grins on her face. And as we begin Titania's turn, that's where we're going to end for the week. Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.